Alright, y'all. Peace. This is your girl LaSage coming through with a daily reading video. I'm still out here in Sedona. I will be here. We're leaving tomorrow, and man, it has been an awesome getaway, awesome vacation. I mean, I've been to Sedona a few times, and each time I see something different. Yesterday we went to the 36-foot tall Buddhist temple, Buddha statue in the, I forgot how you pronounce it, but I know it's something Stupa Park, and they have prayer things where you go around and you spin it clockwise and you send out prayers, and then you can put prayer requests, and you know, they have an altar, a large altar set up where you can leave something, and you know, you can leave something at the altar and, you know, just bestow blessings. And I don't care what religion you're in, I don't care how many times people try to bash about giving, and I know that there are some that they're like, you know, churches use religion as some people may think that most of the time, you know, they're using it as a way to get money, but in reality, you're sowing a seed. That is absolutely accurate. Like what you put out there, you get back, you know, triple, tenfold, however you want to, whatever you believe, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel like the intentions you're putting out there, that's gonna come back, absolutely. And it may not even come in financial form. It may come in another form of wealth, but either way, you're putting it out there. You're giving. When you're saying prayers, when you're sending love for people, and when I say prayers, I don't mean in the religious sense. I mean when you saying prayer, you're setting an intention. Intentions are real. There have been science experiments where you put out an intention, it comes back. Like you actually see that intention in work. How do you think the law of attraction and things like that have been, you know, tested? And it's hard to determine the time frame of things sometimes, but I'm actually reading this book called E Squared, and I'm interested. She's actually put it in practical form. She's put setting intentions in practical form, and putting it out and getting it back. Like she's figured out a way that it works every time. And so I'm interested, because I'm always interested on both. Like, I want to see spirituality and science are not separate. You know, where the holes that are in science, spirituality can fill in. You understand? The metaphysical can fill in. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics, how, you know, it all fits. There are many unanswered questions, plenty of unanswered questions. If we try to separate everything, and nothing is separate. So anyways, I'm going to do the daily reading today. I'm pulling from the Ascended Masters Oracle Cards deck. Your girl Doreen Virtue, I know she don't want me to be using her cards, but I am not caring, because clearly I have patronized, and I have, did I use the right word? I have absolutely purchased almost all of her decks. So I'm going to absolutely use them, okay? They work for me. Honey, they don't work for you no more. That's okay. I love you anyway. Thank you for what you put out there, for following your spirit. So if you've moved to another chapter, that's all right. I'm here in this space. So I'm in gratitude. All right. fertility. You got to love it, okay? You gotta love it. Man, what was I just talking about? The law of attraction. Guess what card I pulled? The spiritual law of attraction. Fertility. And that's the and balance, career, and home life. Isis. The spiritual law of attraction, Melchizedek, and fertility, Pan. These are the ascended masters. Now, again, as I said in my last video, I'm not fully up on the ascended masters and everything on each one. However, there are the masters that people identify with, and they have came and they have mastered their experience and they have moved on, and they have left their ancestral knowledge within all of us. All of us are connected. All of us are one. I did say I might talk about them at the end of the video, last video, and I forgot, to be straight up with you. I am drinking Arizona tea from the winery. This thing is good. But fertility. I see fertility as in when you're harmonizing your experience and you give birth to new things, you give birth to experiences. You're manifesting things, right? And I told you, I'm big on this. Your heart's desires are provided for. You just have to know that. And once you know it, it comes into your experience. You are aware of it. And once you're aware of something, you start seeing it. Like the car, you notice you got your new car, or it's a car you wanted, and all of a sudden you starting to see it everywhere when it wasn't there at first. That's what it's like when something is brought into your experience that you're aware. All right, my bad, y'all. The phone, I'm outside and it's in the hot Arizona sun, and the phone got too hot, so the video cut off. But I think I already put the cards. So, as I was saying, fertility. I definitely see it's new life, it's new creations. When you're fertile, you are about to give birth. You're about to conceive something. You're ready. You're primed and you're ready to receive. And so once you're ready and you decide that you're ready to receive, that's when things pour. And I'm not just talking about flow of financial money. I'm talking about everything that you desire, everything that you need. The flow starts to happen. And I have witnessed this flow. I witness this flow on a daily basis. And there are little synchronicities that, once you're aware of something in your experience, how it comes and you start seeing just little stuff. It seems small, but for me it's big, because it's like, wow, I was just saying that I want to do that, or that I want that, and then here it is. Or I was just saying that, I want to talk to this person, and here they call. I was just putting this, I just had the thought, and thoughts are things. Thoughts are things, physical things. They start here, right? They start in the inner, and they make its way outward. And so we are putting this. So at this time right now, it's a fertile time period. So what happens when you're fertile? You better be careful who you having sex with, because that's what you're giving birth to. So be aware of what you're giving birth to, what you desire to give birth to, and actualize that. It'll be actualizing your experience. Spiritual law of attraction, it all goes together. At this fertile time, when you're fertile, you're careful in what you put in your body, right? You always want to be, but we're human. We have certain conditions, certain desires, and things like that, and we have all this this food that's good around us and that may not be so good for you, but we have the power to transform what we're putting in our body by infusing it, right? We have the power to transform things, right? And I believe that, I think there was something that Jesus said, and I can't quote it verbatim. I don't know if he said it or if it's in the Bible, okay? But he mentioned something about, are we not powerful enough to basically transform what it is that we put in our bodies? Like, who cares that you're eating swine or eating anything? Like, at this point, you are more powerful than that which you're eating, right? And so these are our vessels. I'm not saying that's an excuse to just put anything in your body, because what happens, we do have reactions to what we eat physically. So it's just the general saying. It's like, it's not the whole picture. The physical part is not the whole picture. That's the end result. That's the final manifestation of it, the physical. Once it's in the physical, that means that it's been doing work in the interior, in the spiritual, and the metaphysical, right? So be aware of what you are putting in. I'm about to go on a juice fast. I would like to go on a cleanse. So that's what I'm going to do. I have decided that I am going to open my body up and be ready to receive the blessings that are going to be bestowed upon me, that are already coming my way, right? And then spiritual attraction, law of attraction, you are powerful. You are powerful, more powerful than you realize. And if you already realize it, remind yourself of that all the time, because a lot of times we forget how powerful we are, and we leave the power into the hands of others, and we leave our independence in the hands of others, and we give up our independence, and we think that by being with this person or doing this is going to bring us this happiness, and doing this and being in this place is going to bring us this happiness, but it starts from within. And be aware of what you are putting out there. Be aware. Just be aware. And as things come up, realize that you have the power to transform it. That's what meditation is about. It's hearing your thoughts. It's listening. What is coming out? Okay, well, that's a belief that I don't want no more. I don't want that shit no more. Here you go, please. And thank you for coming to show me that I have questioned my worth. Thank you, thought, for coming and to tell me that I have questioned my worth and that I am worthy of way more. That is not the truth. That is not true about me. And this is what's true about me. All right? And then what is it that you desire? Okay? What is it? And if you get in that place of focusing on that, on what's already yours, because the don't say anything like, oh, I want this or I need this. Like my shirt says I need beach, right? I just bought it. It was comfortable, but it prompted me to think about the word need and the word want. And we are in essence creating that in our experience. If we keep saying, oh, I want this, then what are you going to do? You're going to keep creating the experience of I want. So instead you change it to your gratitude that it's already yours. You're not telling yourself a lie. You're not telling yourself that you have something that you don't already have. Because guess what? If your core belief is your heart's desires are already provided for, all of your heart's desires are provided for, period, even before you have asked, right? If that is the case, then it's already in your experience. It's already now. Remember what I think in another video, I talked about how everything is in the now. Everything is happening right now. There's technically no past, no future. Everything that's ever happened and that ever will happen is happening right now, because time is not in some timeline. It's stacked on top of each other. It's not linear, it's vertical. It's stacked on top of each other. Everything is happening right now, right? And so as we know that that's what's happening, as we understand that, as that resonates with you as I'm talking to you, then you know that it's already yours. You're not lying to yourself. You're grateful. I'm so happy and grateful for this, whatever it is your heart desires. I'm so happy and grateful because I know that my desires are provided for. You have to know, not believe. Your beliefs are what's keeping you from certain things, and you can change your beliefs and believe something else. However, you have to come into this place of knowing for yourself. Not knowing, being a know-it-all, that you know everybody else's and how everything works and all of this stuff. Technically, we know nothing, but we know everything. At the same time, it's the dichotomy. And so what you know, only thing that you can know is your own experience. I know from my experience that this is A, B, and C happens. I know that this is what is true for me. You have to get to that place where you know what is true for you. You know that your heart's desires are provided for. All right? Think about times in your life where you have thought about things and things have just come to you, or just think about some of those times, and you have manifested things, good and bad. Think about all the times you was worried about something, and because you was worried, it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. You understand? And it's like when you plant a seed, right? You plant a seed, you put it out, you put it in the ground, and then you keep digging it up to see if it's sprouted, if anything is coming, if any roots have come yet. But you keep digging it up. So how is it ever going to truly form some roots? How is it ever truly going to germinate? How's it ever going to truly come out of that ground and grow into something? Because you keep digging it up. So you're taking away all that good soil that you put over it. You're taking away all that good nutrients that you put in it. And now, because you're not trusting that that seed is going to sprout up beautifully, you keep checking on it. Stop checking on it. Know that it's yours. You ain't got to check for it. Keep it moving. Put your intentions out there and keep it moving. You ain't got to do it. Some of us have to, and I don't, like I said, I don't negate anybody's process. I am for all paths, right? If creating a sacred space and putting yourself into a ritual that will help you to remind you of a certain thing, and help you to remind you to be grateful, help you to remind you to do things, then you can do that. But there will come a point where you don't need the ritual, because it will become a habit. What did they say? It takes 21 to 30 days to create a habit, right? So you create this habit of gratitude, and now you're grateful every day. You don't have to set up a space to be grateful. You now have it within you, and you are your ancestors. You are everything you've been waiting for. You are here in the now, and your ancestors are with you in the now, and Great Spirit is with you in the now. And guess what? You have direct communication. You don't need anything in between you, right? But at the same time, if that is what you choose and the path you choose, there is nothing wrong with that, because that is what you feel. That's what makes you feel comfortable. But don't ever feel like you have to have a middleman. Don't ever feel like you have to have a object. Don't ever feel like that, because that is the reason why they talk about not worshiping anything outside in Christianity. They talk about not worshiping anything outside of you, and outside of not worshiping another God or whatever. They don't put it like that. Don't worship anything outside of you. They don't want you to worship another God, right? But where is God? Within you. God is within you. Great Spirit is within you. Okay, and so if you depending on external sources, then guess what? You are worshiping. If that's what you need in order to get your spiritual experience, if you absolutely need something, then that means you're worshiping that. You are needing that in order to harness your inner spiritual experience, but you don't need it. It's not a need. What you need is a relationship with your highest self, with your Great Spirit, with the God within you. That's with the Creator within you. That's the relationship you need to harness. That's the relationship you need to germinate, that you need to water, and that's the relationship you need to focus on building. These cards are simply tools, okay? They are not, I don't depend on these are guides and tools to kind of guide the conversation, kind of bring up what's already there, right? And it's for entertainment, it's for spiritual, it's not my dependence. I already spoke about law of attraction before I even pulled the card. So that means that it was already within my spirit. It was already there, right? These cards are merely tools that are expressing what's already in existence, right? Home balance career and home life, okay? Balancing career and home life is about, I had a friend that told me they don't believe in balance. It's not, don't focus on balance, not believe in balance, but I misquoted, excuse me. It's more so not focusing on balance, focusing on harmony. Because when we think about balance, we're thinking about the scales, and we're in essence, we're saying that there's something that's out of balance. But if we see things in the creation in the way that we desire to see them, then we see things that's in harmony. We see that our home and career life is in harmony. And that is most of our heart's desires. Like, nobody really desires to always work unless they're trying to get away from something, unless they're trying to cover up something, they're trying to hide. They don't want to deal with their emotions, they don't want to deal with their family, they don't want to deal with something. So in essence, they bury themselves in their work, right? But there's a lot to deal with here and over here, and as you focus on harmonizing your experience, then you focus on bringing that into your current experience, right? If you're focused on, okay, I want to make money, I want to make millions of dollars, right? And you're not thinking about your family, you're not thinking about what type of life you want, or what type of what feeds your spirit, what feeds your mind, body, and soul. You're just focused on the system that they made you focus on. They made it think, the advertising in this the colonizer system, they have made it to think that you need this money in order to be a person of honor, of respect, and all of that. But when you realize that you don't need that money is an energy, it's a power, it's a part of your power, and your money is a direct reflection of the power that you believe you have. You understand? And not everybody needs to have money. Not everybody wants to be a part of that experience. Some people focus on harmonizing things in other ways and having their needs provided for. And no matter how they come, their needs are provided for. And you may have been focusing on getting to $1 million because you want to buy A, B, and C, or you want to not worry about A, B, and C. Well, don't focus on the money. Focus on what you want, what money can get you, what that money is going to buy you. And when you focus on that, then guess what? You open up the universal doors to receive. People come giving you gifts of the things that you wanted, and you didn't even have to pay for it. You didn't have to buy it, or you got it for a steal and you were able to afford it. Whatever the case is, wealth is not just financial. So don't just focus on the financial. You understand? Focus on what it is that you desire. Out of what is it that you desire? If money was no option, think about that, right? And that is where you focus on harmonizing. Because look, I used to always say, I don't want my daughter to grow up, growing up looking up to the women on, Love and Hip Hop or Real House, on these reality shows or whatever. And I watch them at times for, I'm just like, oh, that's not this. It's entertainment. It's not a part of my experience. Sometimes it reminds me of who I am. I'm like, man, I wouldn't do that. Or, I wonder what I would do in that situation. Or, it kind of it starts a conversation, but it's not for me. It's not. I'm not getting off on the drama. But I don't want my daughter to grow up looking up to those thinking that that's what she has to do in order to have a happy life, to have the life that she desires. Okay. And so at this moment, I want you to focus on those things that you desire the full aspect of it, not just career, not just home and family. What is the full picture? If you could say what everything could look like, what does that look like? All right. And so when you focus on harmony and harmonizing your experience, then you're good. All right, y'all. I am out. Peace out. If you would like to get custom copper wrapped rings or necklaces, then you can go to my website, unlockyourinnerguru.com, and if you would like some Reiki or hypnotherapy or a personal reading that is personalized and tailored to you, you need clarity or anything, you can go there as well under services tab. Listen, I am in this space where I am just ready to share all that is within me, and I am so thankful and I'm so grateful that if you have gotten this far in this video, that you have made that you've listened and that you've gotten to this place, because this is exactly where you need to be. You're in the right place at the right time. There's no mistakes. Everything is perfect, even if it seems like it's not. Everything is perfect in alignment and how it's supposed to be, and you have to put your puzzle piece in the whole. We're all parts of the whole. We're all a puzzle piece to this whole puzzle, and you focus on your puzzle piece, you're gonna make the whole you're gonna make the whole more clear. You're gonna harmonize it. Okay? So focus on your piece of the puzzle. Don't focus on everybody else's piece of the puzzle. And I love you. Peace. May you be blessed with wisdom. May you be blessed with love. May you be blessed with wealth in all holistic forms. Okay? And peace.
I'm not an artist that believes in putting down others to top trees, but what I will say, that all say ain't real say, and real say ain't coming these days. And on this day I say slay, cause Santa Claus is taking over in his sleigh. Our history in dismay as we empower our sister and her mister. Stop worshiping ministers, got you feeling sinister.
Sin is not original,
but real talk is all talk. No, God gives permission to walk. You are made in Yah's likeness. Creators bear witness. Choose a path, walk your path, do the math, prepare for the aftermath. It takes two, it takes two, it takes two, it takes two. I cannot do what you won't do, what you won't do. It takes two, it takes two, it takes two, it takes two. I cannot do what you won't do, what you won't do. I ain't no rapper, but I can do poetry eloquently. Talk to your soul, you see. I can rip rhymes without rhythms, and rhythms without no rhymes and hymns. One thing I can't be again is blind my mind, the land of the sublime. I refuse to be caught up in the land of the free, where ain't nothing really free. Me, nothing to hide, and you confide. See right through me, transparency is honesty. No gimmicks, no mimics, no games, no Twitter fingers like our perfect president's predecessor. People don't read no more, all they do is update the only book they know. In my observation, my example may save a nation. My